Welcome to this video where we are going to take a look on advanced slicing. We in the last video learned about compound data types, lists, and we are now having a look on how to index multiple fields and not just a single as we saw in the last video. So again, this is our list with the indices. Again, we are starting from the left-hand side with 0 when having these positive indices, and we are starting from the right-hand side when having negative indices. So we just saw that my list of 2 is selecting the field with the index 2, is leading to the string B here returned because that's the value at the position to the third field from the left-hand side. -2 is leading to the C. We are starting from the right-hand side. We learned about that as well in the last video. And if we have my list of -1, we can also have a list to be overwritten here. Instead of the -1 that we have at the right-hand side of the list, we now have a list, as you can see here. This would be a list in a list. Just some examples from the mechanisms we learned about last video. So let's have a look on further techniques. So slicing is a method to get back more than an item. We just saw this indexing, we got one item, but now have a look on getting more than one item. So if you're writing 2 colon, colon is new here to you, you just know, okay, 2, we are looking at the field B now, but the colon can be interpreted as all elements afterwards. So we have like index 2 and all elements afterwards. So you can imagine that we get the B, C and -1. We get the 2, but also the 3 and the 4, like all elements afterwards. So this is slicing, the selecting of multiple items. So again, the colon implies that every cell after the 2 is selected. And in this case, field 2 is included because the number is on the left-hand side of the colon, and if it's on the right-hand side of the colon, the field is not included. We will see an example in a second. And yeah, just remember that we have more than one value, so this also means we have the data type list here. So let's have a look on further slicing techniques. So if we have the colon on the left-hand side, we have all the rows before that index. So in this case, we get the 3 ABC, but not the last field because it was on the right-hand side of the colon. So remember, if the number, the index you're looking at is on the left-hand side of the colon, it's included. On the right-hand side, it's not included, very importantly. So again, if you have 1 colon, we get all the elements including the 1 and after the 1. And this example is also new to you. So we have 1 colon -1. So try to understand or try to predict what is going to be returned here. Yeah, so the 1 to -1, 1 is to the left-hand side of the colon, the -1 is to the right-hand side of the colon. So the 1 is included, the -1 is not included, and we get all the elements in between, including the 1. So this would be what we are getting back here. I'm opening the Jupyter notebook here, and I'm going to create my list. Something like 99, 50, 12. Some arbitrary values here. I'm executing that cell, and now I'm going to have my list, the index, and all the elements afterwards. So this is actually selecting the 50 and the 12. So if we are going to have all the rows before -1, -1 won't be included. It's the 99 and the 50. Let's add some numbers here or some other elements. You can also add a string here and another string. And now we are looking at the example. We are going from index 1 to index -2 and try to predict what elements are going to be returned here. Yeah, it's the index 1 because it's on the left-hand side of the index. Then also the index 2 to the -2. -2 is actually the C, but the C is not included, so we are expecting to get back the 50 and the 12. Also, I'm going to show you the data type of that list that can be used, can be done with the built-in function type, and then as the function argument we get mylist here. So this is again another list. So the returned object is indeed a list. So this is it from this video. In the next video we are going to have a look on list methods. So we learned about methods already, and there are many list methods, so we dedicate an own video for this, so stay tuned.